Hi, this is Elliot from Soulmatic Recordings. I'm currently in Oscar Egan's studio, our newly signed artist to Soulmatic Records, and today we're going to do an interview with him so you can get a bit of background on his musical journey.
Well, basically I fell into it because my dad was scouting producers and everyone that he was working with wasn't right for him. So at the same time of me leaving school and being unsure of my career and wanting to do music as a full-time thing, I ended up falling into producing for him, and we invested in a studio and I started producing his albums. Well, my dad, he championed the sound in the UK club scene, which was synth pop and electronic sort of Kraftwerk 80s, that crossover with the synths. He'd done a lot of records in the 80s and then transcending into the 90s, he was running clubs, 2000s DJing, and he was like, it's just having that influence around you all the time, being like in the family, like I just wanted to do it. It was something I always wanted to fall into. Well, funny enough, my dad actually is a friend of Bono. He propositioned to do a remix, and then Bono sort of said, yeah, we're doing this remix album, we want you on it, and we ended up doing a few mixes for the label, and they got released and that was all good. Well, I basically did start with house. Like, after being charted off to Ibiza when I was young with my dad and stuff, I always around clubs. I literally that was the sound, that was house, you know, like always. And then I went on a little journey, decided trying to do different genres, but then it all came back round full circle and I ended up producing house again. I'd say, because it's a London scene, I got my mates that DJ it, and my biggest influences from hearing a lot of these records coming from America would be like Louis Vega, Jihad Mohammed, Quentin Harris. He's a big time influence on me as a producer and a DJ. Cause it just gets you in the heart, the soul, the feeling of the music. I feel like having that thumping bass and all the other stuff, but then having the lovely melodies and songs on top, it brings everything together for me. And now I've had to think about it, I use a lot of garage style drums in my house productions, like the swing and the hats and all that. So then, yeah, probably got my own sound or getting nearer to it. And now I plug that thing up all the time and just use it for it's got a distinctive sound, I'd say that, and just you know takes away from all the software synths. I resample it, and if I want to make a loop, then I'll use it. Like if I want to just have that, if I want to get hands on with the drums and even play things in, then yeah, I'll use it. Well, I think a lot of the stuff like the Afro house and the people incorporate and the Latin house and stuff like that, they incorporate their own elements, do you know what I mean? So I just like to take my sounds and the things that my identity and put that into the music, you know, and I think a lot of people do that, and people want to always be creatively free-flowing and just getting it out there, do you know what I mean? So I'd say yeah. I got introduced to her and to make music, and over the years we kind of she was still developing as an artist and so was I. And we had a few collaborations, but now we're a team and we write really well together and it's a good relationship, yeah. It could draw a bigger crowd, and I think it will. You know, people take to the sound a lot more now, and people are loving it. And I'm seeing the reaction in clubs where people, where I don't know, I can see it growing. Because I feel like house has been slated for years for not having vocals and people get bored of it or whatever, but they just haven't heard the right stuff, do you know what I mean? I need to just establish a name for myself, get a following, a bigger one, and just keep pushing things forward, keep producing.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, 19th of November is the release date, out on all digital platforms.